Maybe this will be the magical zone. Maybe this is the zone that I need. Yes! Stand left, throw right. Have fun with the Pure Envy. What's up, guys? BrunsNick's back, and it's time to talk about the Pure Envy from Hammer. Now, the Pure Envy has Cohesion in it, which was originally found on the Effect. So we're hoping for the amount of hook from the Envy series with the amount of back end that the Effect had. And be sure to check out all the brand new merch, hoodies, brand new logo on Inside Bowling. Really helps out. Appreciate all your support. Now, I can't wait to see what this Pure Envy does on the lanes for me with SPECTO running, of course. But before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see what this Pure Envy is all about. All right, we're talking Pure Envy today. Strong ball. This ball is designed for maximum hook and maximum back end. Now, of course, we're going to find that out here. And of course, I got SPECTO running to back up the data. So no changes on the core. The original launcher asymmetric core, 2.50 RG, pretty medium nowadays, not really super low. Differential's 0.55, that's pretty high. And intermediate's 0.21, so that's getting up there. So this ball is going to be very strong. Now the Extreme Envy for me, if you guys remember from that, was pretty forward rolling, pretty even, pretty smooth. Now we got HK22 with the Cohesion hybrid. Now, is that going to add more back end and more flip? Well, we're about to find out. So let's get started. I'm going to start it out. I'm going to move it in, and we're going to see what this ball does. See where the strengths and weaknesses are. So we're going to start on 15 with my left foot. And then for those that are very observant, you guys notice that, hey, I start on 15, but sometimes I'll slide somewhere around 20, 23, somewhere in there, because I drift. I walk left. I do that pretty much every shot, except for when I move very far left, then I'm pretty much already open to my target. But that's basically it. Let's try this out. First shot out of the gate. That thing hooks. Yeah, that's a strong ball. Granted, I didn't get a lot of warm-up today, but I'm not blaming that. I'm just gonna go into this pretty cold. That's what I wanna do. But so far, first shot, you know, we're not bowling on a lot of oil here. We're bowling on my typical house shot, crown jewel pattern, 43 feet, 13-to-1 ratio, big puddle in the middle, not a lot to the outside, so it should hook, and sure did. Track flare, always to be expected very high with a ball with 0.55. We're talking here, all the way around. All right, shot two. Let's give it a little more speed. Let's try to get that thing down the lane, right? You know, for a ball that's meant to just crush heavy oil. Smells so good. Oh, I got around it. That's hooking. See ya. My Lord. I think I might have just found the first ball I can't really control. Out of the gate, this might be the most hooking ball I've seen so far. Good Lord. It's one of those bowling balls. We're advertising it as strong with a lot of back end, and so far, I think I'm going to have to get my speed way up and maybe cut down that side rotation. Maybe roll a little bit more up the back just to get it down the lane, because I thought I threw that a little harder, but I got around it too, so. That's up the back more. Yeah, I fired that. That had to have been like 19 and a half. I think this is going to be one of those bowling balls where, you know, you don't need a lot of surface on it. It doesn't come with a lot of surface on it out of the box. 500, 2,000, that's pretty tame. Normally, if we really want a ball to stand up to the friction and roll and read the lane early, you know, we're going to go like 500, 1,000, 500, 1,500, but 2,000, that's more of a usable grit. I'm going to try one more shot in there just because, I don't know, I just want to. I don't mind if I make this video a little bit longer. Do you guys? Nobody said, nobody. More around it. Yeah. All right. We're going to start moving it in now. Now that I got those first two shots out under my belt, feeling a little confident now. Now we're going to start moving in where I don't necessarily have to throw it so hard. I mean, for the first few shots and the first few zones, I probably will. But strength on strength, this might be one of those balls you just Throw hard. All right, I'm moving 5 left. We'll be on 20 now. So we'll see what happens when we open the angles a little bit. Oh, now the one thing I always pay attention to with these big bowling balls, the big ASIMs, is sure they can hook and hit hard playing straighter when you're kind of breaking them down on heavy oil, but how do they roll when you start moving it in and hooking around it? Do I have to slow the speed down just to get it through the pins, or does it want to roll forward? Extreme Envy rolled more forward for me. Is the Pure Envy going to do the same, or is that additive with the HK22 and Cohesion going to give it that extra pop, like an effect? We're going to find out. I like finding this stuff out. That's way around it. Hello. Yes. So far, so good. That one, I didn't throw as great. Got around the side of it, probably grabbed it a little bit, but it did not jump off the spot so much and so early that it died on the back. It saved a lot for the back, held. So I might put a piece of tape in here in a second. I haven't bowled in a couple weeks. I could feel it. Let's move another 5. So now it'll be 10 left. And I think this is where I'll probably add a piece of tape, because you always want a tight thumb hole. That actually felt good. Bam. I don't need that piece of tape yet. Feeling good. Opening angles is not an issue. Getting that ball back through the pins. Now, I'm starting to see a little bit where the ball maybe wants to roll forward, but it hasn't. You know, I'm not seeing that ball continue all the way to like 8 pin or left of 8. So this is a ball I'm probably going to leave an 8 pin with. I'm just going to put that out there in the universe. I'm probably going to do it. Let's try another shot there. So far, I'm liking the way this one goes through the pins. And I don't mind the colors, the pink, purple, and the black. It's kind of wild looking. I don't know if they call it charcoal, but it's black pearl. Great shot. That's wild. 7-10. That's the one thing you need to look for when you're watching your ball reaction, and you got to pay attention to the way it gets through the pins. You know, that ball came off the spot hard, but it rolled a little forward. It did. So that's why you leave those balls. The ball comes behind the head pin. It's not driving through the pins. So you get that messenger hit. Now, could that carry and be a cool strike a lot of times? For me, no. But for a lot of pros, yeah, absolutely it happens. So let's move another 5. We're going to be 15 left now. Let's really check out what happens when I open up these angles. So here's 10, here's 15, standing on 30 now. So see what happens. Speed's going to come down. I'm going to get around the side a bit more. Can I get it through the pins? Oh yeah, that's coming through. Way too much. All right. Definitely geared down a little bit there. I really want to see that come around the spot. And so far, or at least that shot looked pretty good. I think I can just get it to that spot a little bit more down lane. I don't have to feed it to the dry so early. Maybe keep it in the oil, a couple more feet. I think that'll be the play. I really like that tempo and that speed right there. But I think I just got it to the dry a little early. So let's not do that. Yes. Got it exactly where I wanted it. That was a much better shot in the oil, a little bit longer. And that's all it takes is like a board inside just more. That creates a little bit more length down lane before it hits the friction. But once again, what are we noticing with this ball? And I notice this with a lot of big bowling balls with the big cores, is it's using a lot of energy in the mids, and that's where you're going to get that mid lane read, that control. But I'm not seeing that huge continuation on the back, and that is okay. That's going to make a ball better from maybe straight. But hey, maybe if I skip another zone, we'll see even more. All right, let's try one more shot here. I really want to split the 8-9 from inside just to know that I can do it. Ah, come on. All right. It's being a little finicky from in. You know, that's always the test. You know, when you're using these bowling balls, you got to find where the strengths are. You know, and if you find yourself having to thread the needle in a certain zone where you feel like, you know, I just got to be perfect, but you're bowling on a house shot, then you need to change something, move different zones, change balls, because that's not it. Because you should have this, you shouldn't have to try to do this on that. All right, let's move one more zone here. Be 20 left now, end of the road. Maybe this will be the magical zone. Maybe this is the zone that I need. Yes, see? Sometimes you just gotta skip a zone. Play through the oil much longer and watch that ball just absolutely peel off the spot. It doesn't want to mess with those middle zones. Get out of here. Stand left, throw right. Have fun with the pure envy. That was a pretty wicked 9-pin though. Could have carried. Why not? Let's throw one more shot. Preferably one that gets 10. That would be amazing. Hello. We're going for maximum hook, because that's what it was. I sent that out to the boondocks. I want to throw one more shot. I want to do it where I don't send it out so far wide, where I feel like I'm actually in control of where I'm throwing it, because that would be wonderful. All right, one more shot from in. See what we got. Here it comes. Yeah, all right. That was definitely through the pins. Make no mistake, this ball hooks a ton. It definitely has more back end than an Extreme Envy. I think it holds its axis rotation a lot better. But I don't think it's the ball to use when you're playing super far in. I mean, that was actually fine, but that's extreme as far as playing a zone all the way to the far left when they're pretty fresh. I'm gonna move it back right some. I'll be like, I'm just gonna go 5 left. I'm gonna play it more straight. That's where I think these bowling balls are really meant to excel for you. Is to break down patterns. Start it when they're fresh. Give yourself some room to cheat in a little bit. And then switch to your bowling balls like Effect. Black Widow hybrids. Oh yeah. Trip forward, daddy on the end there. Yeah, I just want to see that ball check up hard. I want to see that ball check and change direction. So that's all I got for you guys on this brand new Pure Envy HK22 Cohesion hybrid. Pretty strong ball. Held its own from in, but I wouldn't recommend playing too far in with a ball like this. Not designed for that, but hey, for someone that has more hand than me, which is pretty much all you guys that watch on YouTube, then yeah, might be the ball for you, playing further in. But that's all. Check out that merch on Inside Bowling. I really appreciate all the support you guys give the channel. Please subscribe, and we'll see you guys on another video.